I'm currently in York, England. I want to tell you about the past couple days. I've been too tired some nights to do this. So Edinburgh was, you ever have one of those places where somebody will tell you, oh my goodness, when you see this, it's just amazing. And it was so magical and I just loved it. And I loved the vibe and all the things. And so it gets really built up in your thought process of what you're expecting to see when you get there. That was Edinburgh. I've had a lot of people tell me how amazing Edinburgh was and when they've been there and that I was just going to love it and all those things. Okay. Yes, it's an amazing town, all the old architecture. There's a newer section and an older section. The castle's definitely worth seeing. The vibe is very, buskers on the street playing bagpipes or doing, we saw a contortionist drumming up business for different things. All of these things, it's a very lively city, teeming with just anything you can imagine as far as like so many different cultures of people were there because it is such an amazing city to go visit. And anything that you can think of that you would want to buy, you could buy in Edinburgh. As far as it being a city like, oh my goodness, I have to come back here again, I wouldn't put it in that category for me, but I know a lot of people do say that. There were some people on this trip that literally did not do the itinerary that we were doing because they'd been to Edinburgh before and they'd kind of had the castle tour and the things that we were doing on our list. And they decided, nope, we're here. We're going to see all the things we didn't get to see the last time we were here and saw it. So for some people, it's just like they love it. And for others, it's like, I didn't hate it, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, Edinburgh, oh, it's such an amazing city. So that's my thoughts on Edinburgh, but you can make up your own mind. Check out the videos on it. So the day after Edinburgh, we headed south. We were now on the east coast of England. Scotland, and heading south towards England. So we got to just before the English border. We stopped at another location, and that was Abbotsford House. It was the home of Sir Walter Raleigh. So he was a very famous author who wrote a lot of poems and books. Probably his most famous book, that the one that I recognized, was Ivanhoe. I've never read the book, but I've seen movies with Ivanhoe. So we toured his house, and it was a interesting historical house. I think the thing that I liked the most were the gardens. They were just beautiful. I could have gotten lost in there for a while. then from Abbotsford House, we crossed over into the border across the border from Scotland into England, and we went to Hadrian's Wall. We didn't stop there very long, just to see it. There's obviously not a lot of it left because it's such an old, it was built back in Roman times, and people have been using the stones for many years to build their own, whatever, houses, churches, whatever they're using the stone for. They've been using it as their own construction site for hundreds of years, So, but it was cool to be able to say, oh, I've seen part of Hadrian's Wall. And then from Hadrian's Wall, we went to, where did we go? Oh, we arrived in York, the city of York, and did just a short little walking tour of York, and then went to our hotel.
All right, that's the end of part 4 of the UK Adventurer. I hope that it inspires you to go find your own and just do it. Just find that adventurous spirit. It can be so rewarding with what you get to see and do and experience along the way. Have a great one.